Hey everybody, it's Alicia Soe Cow with Long and Foster Realtors. Hope you're having a great Martin Luther King Day. And if you have a day off, hopefully you're checking this video out. I am here today doing a business highlight with the lovely Erin Podbilniak. I said it correct?
Yes.
With theNeatNiche. She's a professional organizer and she can help you get your clutter out of the way, help you get rid of things, help you downsize. And so we're just going to talk about some key points today, especially this being the new year and a lot of people wanting to kind of start all over again, and also it also being time to prepare for spring market, which we've discussed in the past. So
Yes.
First I just wanted to ask, just tell me about theNeatNiche, how you came about, what your background is.
I would love to. So I started this business in 2010. I, at the time, was working in corporate America and felt that my life, which was really very relatively young, felt like the end of the life already. It was a terrible fit for me, and it was only much later that I realized exactly why that was. But in the midst of that, I decided that I needed to get out, and the only way to do it was to start my own business. So in 2010, I started theNeatNiche. I ultimately left corporate America in 2012, and fast forward to today, we have a team of 4 of us doing all kinds of different organizing projects. But it's been a journey and a half, a fantastic opportunity to learn about myself and to learn about the human condition, as it were.
So I think when people hear about organizers, like you see those shows on TLC and everything, that they're going into hoarders. We were just talking about that before we went live.
Yeah.
Who is your ideal client, and who do you think is the perfect fit to work with? Because I think that would be great to cast out to people.
I think so too, and it's something that I've shared with a number of different audiences before, but there are actually 3 different kinds of disorganization. Okay. So the one that you mentioned, and the one that everybody
I need help with this
gathering data right now. The one that everybody seems to think is all of what professional organizers do is hoarding, and the reality is most organizing companies don't work with hoarders. So hoarding is the first kind. The 2 kinds that we do work with theNeatNiche are situational disorganization and chronic disorganization. So situational disorganization is when things were working pretty well and you hit some kind of a life event, and afterwards it doesn't work the same way as it did before. And no matter how hard you try, you can't undo, and probably don't want to undo, whatever that life event was, because maybe you had a new baby, maybe you moved homes, maybe you brought in an elderly parent into your home, or you're trying to downsize them and ultimately bringing their stuff into your house as well. So life is happening, and as a result, disorganization is happening.
I didn't know it had a name to it.
Yep,
that's
3
probably
different kinds.
situationally. I'm just situationally disorganized. That would be me.
Well, I love working with situationally disorganized people, and my team does as well. And the reason that is so satisfying is because usually people who are situationally disorganized were organized at some point in the past, so they know how good it feels when your spaces are in order and the stress isn't there and everything's working the way that it should be, and how much easier and freeing that is. So they've had a taste of the good life, and now they're in a pain point. And so to work with them, there's strong motivation to get out of this craziness and get back to a point that works the way that life once did. So the 3rd kind is chronic disorganization, and that is it can often be mixed up with hoarding, and sometimes also with situational disorganization. There are not sharp lines in between all 3 of these. It can be viewed as a progression, so something that a really bad situational disorganization can become a chronic disorganization, can become hoarding. But not necessarily. So you might just be stuck in situational disorganization for a long period of time, and as soon as you get help, you can get out of it. Chronic disorganization is usually something that you already know you have, because all your life
it's been that way the entire life. It's never been organized ever.
So when we go into people's spaces, we say, well, how does this compare with what you've had previously? And if they say, this is terrible and I'm not this person, that's then telling us immediately this is situational disorganization.
I would think, my friends in Facebook world, that most of our people are situational disorganization, except the secret hidden chronic people out there. You know who you are. That have issues with holding on to things. But for our purposes in real estate, I think it's really helpful, because I think people will decide, I'm going to move, I need to downsize, my kids are going off. How do you process that? And is this something you help with, right?
Yes, it absolutely is. So anytime there's more stuff than somebody actually needs, that's a moment where an organizer would be able to help. So some people can get through that on their own. Other people bring in friends and family members. If you do that, please select carefully someone who's non-judgmental and very supportive, and it's not going to make you feel bad for having gotten into this place.
Which is what you probably hear.
We hear that from the very loving friends and family. The organizer will never say, you should get rid of that crap. Okay. That is not our decision
to make. So that's why it's better to work for a professional person, because it separates the lines.
I think so.
Okay.
It takes the personal factor out of it. So for me, coming into a space, or for one of my team members to come into a space, nothing in that space means anything to us.
No. So it's really, you're looking at it in a very objective way. Like,
exactly.
This is going to fit in this box or not, and you need to make room for it or not.
Yeah, okay. How many books do you have? How many do you reread? How many mean something to you? Okay. What is the end result if we got rid of all of these? Talk to me about what this particular thing means to you. What is that representative of?
Okay.
So it's a lot of psychology. And a lot of why are you keeping what you're keeping, and how is that serving you?
So I think that is a huge part too for some people, is looking at the psychology point of it all. Yeah. Do you also help people that move into new houses? Is that a big group of people? Because I think too, I know a lot of people that they're moved in, they have to get back to work. They don't have time.
So the unpacking service is something that we can do.
Okay.
So I have a couple team members, as I mentioned, and then I also have some other organizers that I can pull in on a contract basis as needed. Okay. So really, depending on the size of the job and how quickly they want to get it accomplished, we would determine the best route to approach it.
Do you also work in tandem with like a closet factory or places
actually.
Like that to kind of help them say, like, this is what you need closet factory to do?
Yes, for sure. So it depends on the budget of the person and what they're trying to accomplish and how quickly they need it to happen.
Okay.
Often we find that organizing is the precedent to having some kind of a build out, because it's great to build out your space, but if you had too much in there to begin with and you only use 20% of it, then why did we just spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to create storage for things that we don't actually need?
Okay. So your process in new homes would be figure the stuff out and then go purchase, whether it's Closet Factory, IKEA, whatever it may be. You then do that?
The other side is all right too. If it's truly a move-in situation where the person who's coming into the space doesn't have any habit or history with the space already, if it's already built out, I mean, we can certainly use what's there.
Okay.
So it would depend on what their goals were.
Okay.
We always start with the goal section, as
That's
I think
very
you probably
good.
do also.
Goals are very important.
Why are we doing this? What's the point, and what makes this worth it?
Okay, that's huge to understand. So if anybody's looking for something like that, please share this video. If you know of something that can benefit from that. Are there any questions coming in? If you have any questions when you're watching this on replay, because a lot of times I'm posting this on my business page, please put them up in the message, and I will forward them to Erin. She's also on Facebook.
Absolutely. I would be happy to answer any questions you guys have.
Absolutely, and it's a really good resource. I think, too, do you also organize not just actual physical things? Do you help people organize, like, their life? And, like, their calendar?
It's all kind of related. So, yes, is the short answer.
That's kind of like this pretend but it's not like tangible. It's like
there are definitely two sides. There's the physical stuff, and that's almost always where we start.
Okay.
Simply because, as you may have experienced firsthand, when your spaces look fantastic and everything feels really good, it's a lot easier to have a conversation about what's going on with your time and in your life, and what are you committing your actions to, and how does that actually serve you? Because
absolutely,
the bottom line here with all of the stuff that we do is a question of how it serves you. Whether it does, in what capacity does it serve you. If the answer is you don't know, or you're keeping it because somebody else said you should, or you feel guilty about getting rid of something, or you spent a bunch of money on it and now you're not using it, all of these like pitfalls that I would say people fall into in terms of trying to purge and not really getting all the way
there. Like you're kind of like, oh, maybe I'll wait till next time.
Yeah, it's like accelerate a break, accelerate,
and then you waste that time going in circles.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
What specials or packages are you offering at this moment, or do you have packages that you can speak
we do have packages. The way that our packages work, they're based on a number of hours. So I've been through a number of different approaches to how can we actually sell this service in a way that people can get their heads around. And at the end of the day, it came down to everybody's different.
Yeah.
So we don't want to have a total like one-size-fits-all approach. In fact, our whole business model is based on what the client is looking for and how they want their space to look and feel. So as an organized person, I want everything to look totally perfect, but I accept that my client might not care to that level. They want it 80% of the way there, and then they're like, wait, this is good. I'm totally fine.
Okay.
So I might have built a package that would last much longer to get all the tiny details. But the client truly should have the right to say, I'm done. This is good. I feel really good about this. I couldn't have gotten here without you guys. I'm excited for what I can do now. So we have 3 different package options just based on number of hours per month that a client might be wanting to engage. So we've got one that's just what we would call our single session package, and that is a 3-hour session on site with your organizer. Then we have an option of doing 2 of those in a month, and also an option of 4 of those in a month.
Oh, great. So you can like test it out, see how it's going. If you click and it's working, and then you can keep going on.
Yes, exactly. So some people only need 3 hours because it's just one spot. My pantry is driving me crazy. Or my kids' clothes are falling all over the place and I can't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
Or you might need a whole house organization.
Very good.
Yes.
Do you, this would be a great birthday present, anniversary present, Valentine's Day present, I think, for a lot of people, especially busy moms out there. I know a lot of them, they're struggling to keep things afloat, and to set time aside to do something like this is very difficult because they're managing the house already. So
their life is crazy.
What is the best way for someone to get in touch with you that you prefer to be in touch with?
So I will, before I even say the answer to that question, I want to preface that by saying, if you want to give somebody the gift of organization, please make sure that they're okay receiving that gift.
There you go. That's very important.
You
like
should
they've
not
said to you,
give somebody a gift.
It's like buying a blender.
Expecting.
Do not buy the blender or the vacuum. It's very bad.
Right.
Or a gym membership.
So
they don't
just
want
because
it.
you think somebody else
yes.
needs to get healthy or needs to get organized doesn't mean that they think they do.
Absolutely.
So if they have specifically said, because we will ask on the phone if somebody says, I want to give a gift certificate, I said, we can certainly do that. Has this person mentioned that they want this gift certificate? Because if we come in and try to do things without their consent, nothing will be successful.
And I think that's really cool that you do that. And instead of just, you're not trying to just like take people's money. You're really trying to help people.
I mean, of course, it's a business, so we're always, of course, wanting to make money.
That's a good thing. Yes, but
we
you're
don't want to
doing
do it
the right
to
way.
the detriment of the client. It's
and
always about serving the client and making sure that their life gets better. So how do you get in touch with us? We have a website, www.theneatniche.com. You can reach us by phone at 804-446-4624. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/theneatniche.
So 446
4624.
464. Okay, I'm going to post it on there when
we're
done.
Perfect.
So theNeatNiche.com.
Yes.
And then, again, this is Erin Podbilnick.
So close.
Oh my God, I messed up. Podbilniak. I got it.
Yes.
That's so funny. So cow, I can't even, it's like the kettle calling.
We just call ourselves by our first names.
Yes,
maybe.
Erin. This is Erin, and I'm Alicia. But it was a lot of fun today. I'm so glad you came.
Me too.
I hope this is helpful. I know I have a lot of people I know that's watching, and that are my clients that are going to be going into the spring listing and stuff. So if
as you go
help,
into that, I will say the goal before you move is to get rid of the stuff that you know you don't use.
Because why take it to
Why are you going to pay to have it packed, and then pay to have it unpacked, and then stare at it in your new house and wonder why you brought it with you? So get rid of as much as you can beforehand, and then once you're at a place where you feel like either you've done it pretty well, you'll be ready to list, or you might find that as you get into that process, it's time to bring in an organizer.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you too. It's
one day I'm working in my way up to get in my house. Michael, you're probably like, oh God. So have a great day. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
Day off. Enjoy your day, guys. And please share. Love to bring awareness to businesses locally here, and Erin is the perfect person of that. And another shout out, she does do another business, The Choice Life, as well.
Yes.
And she partners with Tasha Skillen on that. So if you need some personal life coaching, she's great for that as well. So you can just email me about that. I'm happy to share that with you. Maybe we'll do another live with you guys another time.
That'll be fun.
So,
All right.
Thank you. Everybody. Thanks.